Okay, so we are trying to divide x squared minus x minus 2 by x plus 1. And as you can see here, the dividend is x squared minus x minus 2, while the divisor is the x plus 1. So when we want to do a long division, we would do obviously the dividend, x squared minus x minus 2, and we try to divide it by the divisor x plus 1. And just like in the old ways of doing division, we ask ourselves, how many times does x plus 1 go into x squared minus x minus 2? Well, that's kind of hard to answer. So the easiest way is to focus on the highest terms of each of the two. So you focus on the x squared and the x, and you ask yourself, x times what would give me x squared? Well, it's x. And since the x is of the same power 1 as the x here, this one, so we could just put x right there, and then we start multiplying. So we multiply this by x, and the answer that we get, we match it and put it underneath the other one, just like we do in long divisions of numbers. And then x times 1, that gives me positive x. And then, just like in the old division, we are supposed to subtract, which means we need to subtract this and this together. So, to subtract is the same as adding the opposites. So I changed these so they would be the opposites. So now we can just add x squared plus negative x squared, that would be 0. And then negative x and minus x, that would give me negative twice x. Now we bring down the negative 2, just like we would do in long divisions. And then again, we ask ourselves the following question. We say, this negative 2x here, which is the highest term there, and this x right here, how could we get, negative 2x out of x times what? Well, in this case, it has to be negative 2. So minus 2, negative 2, and then again, we're going to do the multiplication just like we did before. So negative 2 times x, that would be negative 2x. And then negative 2 times the 1, that would give me negative 2. Once again, it is time to subtract. So in this case, I'm going to have to subtract this and this time around. Again, to subtract an expression is the same as adding the opposite of it. So in this case, I'll change this. I'm subtracting, therefore these will change. So in this case, I've got 0, I've got 0, and I've got 0 everywhere. This here is the remainder. So the remainder is equal to 0. And the quotient in this case is this. So the quotient is equal to x minus 2, which means this is the answer of the division, so it would be equal to x minus 2. In a few minutes, we're going to try to do the same thing, but now we'll do it with synthetic division.